I'm now going to play the blues as only a white middle-aged Scottish man can. I was born where the river meets the sea. Some call it the Delta, but to me it will always be the name my daddy taught me, the river of my birth, that big old muddy water that they call the Muddy Firth. Oh yes, Lord, I come from Inverness. I was born at midnight on the 21st of June, while the lonesome old coyote was howling at the moon, which is quite unusual for the East Highlands of Scotland, as we say, unless, of course, that you see he must have escaped from that wildlife park down the road in Kingussie, yeah. Oh yes, Lord, I come from Inverness. If you don't know what Kingussie is, it's very near Newton Moor. Gypsy woman came knocking at my door. My daddy answered, he said, "What you knocking for?" She said, "I hear you've had a boy child." My daddy said, "That's true." And then she said, "Well then, I've got just one question for you." My daddy said, "What's that?" She said, "Hang on, I'm building the dramatic tension." My daddy said, "I don't have time for this. I've got to go and fetch more hot water and towels." I don't know why, but it's what we men always do during birth scenes. So cut to the chase. She said, "Oh, I see you've had a boy child." "Yeah, we've done that bit." He said, "Okay." She said, "I've got one question for you." And he said, "Yeah, what is it?" She looked at him and she said, "Would you like to buy some lucky white heather?" And my dad said, "No thanks." And the gypsy woman looked at him again and said, "Maybe you'd like to tell me why not?" My daddy said, "I'll level with you. The back garden's full of it. We've got several varieties, a sort of rockery arrangement. If I wasn't so busy with a new kid, I'd take you around and show you." And the gypsy woman looked at him again. She said, "Well, let me ask you another question. Does that heather grow there naturally? Or do you have to use a lot of ericaceous compost?" My daddy said, "It's funny you should ask that, because although we live in a region noted for its largely acidic soils, an exposed band of limestone leads to an unusually high pH in this particular area, and thus the requirement for, as you quite rightly said, the aforementioned ericaceous compost. But I digress. Lord, I come from Inverness.